so exciting.
Just so exciting. If I can get the pick, then we'll get started. All right. It's Caleb AM. That was.
I'm gonna shut this door.
Yeah,
so I won't
that's
wake
more. That worded Chris.
I locked the Chris outside because he scares me too much.
Yeah, that was the out of tune rendition of It's Caleb AM. Hopefully next time I'll remember to bring my tuner to the set, the new set.
Yeah.
This is our first time shooting in this location.
First time.
You okay?
I'm just noticing how absolutely disgusting my wheels are because of how nasty my room is right now.
Yeah, well,
Is the camera tilted?
probably.
It needs to go that way.
It does need to go that way more.
Like I'm in the middle of the screen.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, welcome to Caleb AM, the show where we talk about Jesus,
We
drink
drink
caffeine,
we
answer questions,
ask a question,
talk
talk
about
about our week, talk about life,
and then we
and then you go to work and
we help
we'll
our-
both help Colton move
Colton
into
move in
the
today.
apartment
yeah.
or the house.
Yeah, everyone is in the process currently of moving into what we call Next Topic House. Been a stressful experience in multiple ways, but
I'm moved in.
yeah,
I can't unpack everything.
yeah.
So
I am not entirely moved in. There's still some more stuff I need to bring, but I'm mostly moved in. But I was just trying to get something set up to have my stuff stacked up somewhere, and so that's this. This is not permanent. But and as you can see, the walls are pretty bare. We will definitely have better backdrop for future episodes of Caleb AM. But we just
might be a chance that we dedicate a part of this house to Caleb AM.
it's possible. Maybe we just I just share a room with Colton and we just make this the Caleb AM studio.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but
I mean, my room's pretty big.
your room is
I just think it'd be fun to, because then we could have one side's me, one side's you.
Yeah.
Instead of being so dominantly.
Yeah.
Dominantly.
It has always been in my room, but
Which is fun.
yeah. But I'm just happy to be doing
I'm
this
just
show
happy
again.
to be here, yeah.
It's been so long.
It's been too long.
Yeah.
I could.
So even with the no backdrop and just
I could
us,
check
it's still
that
Caleb
one.
AM. It's been 3 weeks, I think, since we did one.
Oh, I gotta go to the lives.
Yeah.
Then I think July 5th.
So yeah,
It's been
almost a month.
28 days.
Yeah. 28 days, which is crazy. That's the longest we've ever gone without Caleb AM.
Which is 4 weeks.
Yeah. So, but it's good to be back. And with that being said, we need some energy in us because you can tell I think we're being pretty dull right now. So, but before we do that, we had a Bible verse to read, which is brought to you today by Caleb Ladd.
I know.
That one.
Oh, also, yes, it's the first episode in a while. Yes, it's 6 a.m. No, we're not starting at 6 a.m. But it's been 4 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, I don't know, since the last Caleb AM, and we gotta help Colton move in at 8, and that would only give us an hour and a half.
We need 2 hours just to catch up because it's been 4 weeks, and we also need the energy so we can help our friend move.
We need to let that caffeine.
And
sit
then
in
as soon
for a
as
couple
I'm done with that, I have work.
hours. I have not work,
Potentially,
but I'll probably clean again.
I don't know how. I doubt we get to Tupelo today, but we'll figure it out.
But yeah. Oh, I forgot about Tupelo.
I doubt we get to go, but I'll go by myself because I'm getting back up. But I know JJ's got a meeting and stuff, so.
Yeah, the doctor's appointment.
Uh,
No, wait, that's tomorrow. Never mind.
but anyways,
My verse comes from Ecclesiastes. It's what I'm reading through right now. But it's Ecclesiastes 14 and 15 that says, I know that everything God does will last forever. There is no adding to it or taking from it. God works so that people will be in awe of him. Whatever is has already been, and whatever will be already is. However, God seeks justice for the persecuted. I don't know. I like that verse because it kind of shows a lot of God's power and, you know, how we should kind of always be in a constant awe of him. We're not kind of, we should be.
we should be.
And because he's, you know, he's so cool. Because God's cool.
Yeah.
And, you know, I also like that verse 15 talked about how God seeks justice for the persecuted. If you're being persecuted for the Bible, it will be okay. But yeah, I am really tired. I won't lie. I just can't think.
I'm tired too. I do think a lot of times like we forget to like just take a step back and be like, wow, God, you're incredible, you know, and just actually sit and think and wonder on the things he's done in our lives. And the times I have done that, which hasn't been nearly as much as it should, it's been really, like, I don't want to say shocking, but like,
Good.
wowza, you know.
Really good.
Yeah.
And
So, yeah. But caffeine.
caffeine.
I'll let you go first.
Okay. There it is. In honor of it being the first episode back, I had to get the #1 flavor of all time, peach mango, in the brand new can.
I love the new cans.
I think,
They're so much cooler than the old cans.
I'm pretty sure last Caleb AM I had a new can and I made a big deal about how it was the first time it was a new can. So I'm not gonna say this is the first time it's a new can.
Word.
But it might be.
Might be.
So I guess I already have last Caleb AM pulled up. While you get yours out, I'm gonna do some research.
Well, since Caleb had christened the first Caleb AM in Next Topic House with his favorite energy drink of all time, I decided I would take my favorite energy drink of all time and christen Next Topic House's first Caleb AM. And I got a white gummy bear rain.
I did not have the new can.
You did not have the new can. That's okay. Alrighty. Well, let's pop these things. Let's do our question of the week, and then let's just talk, man.
Let's do
It's
this.
gonna be our most unorganized Caleb AM in a long time, but it's okay.
Oh man, I splashed. Mine splashed. It made a splash. Oh, I also dented the can.
Oh, I miss that smell. Dude, I don't know what the smell does. I don't know what like neurotransmitter it releases in my brain, but the smell of the white gummy bear rain just
Serotonin.
dopamine overdose. Sorry. Post Malone song. Sorry, I forget we do this. It's been so long. It's a good peach mango.
It's a good white gummy bear. Alright, well,
That thing is not gonna last long.
I know everybody has probably forgot, but the way this show works is that every week we post a poll On our Instagrams.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I just realized I'm wearing 2 different shades of gray. I didn't pick up on that until just now, and I look like a moron, but it's okay.
I'm sorry.
Keep going.
We he posted the poll this week on his Instagram. The Instagrams are in the description of the video. I'm pretty sure.
They are.
But we ask a question, and then the person that didn't post the poll gets to guess what the viewers of the poll voted.
That's true.
And this week's was, would you rather, or which is better, cooking at home or eating out, going to the restaurants?
Mm-hmm. And since my phone has used the camera, Caleb, I want to need your phone to check it.
Hold up, I'm gonna get it. There we go.
No, I never felt anything better than. No, that song's stuck in my head.
Was it the Post Malone song?
All right,
Gander, you got it.
got it.
All right. I think the majority of people are gonna say they prefer going out to eat. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put that up. I think way more people are gonna prefer going out to eat.
Sure.
I prefer a home cooked meal. 100%. I can't cook very well, and I can't cook a lot of things, but I do like cooking. And then I also took it as staying home and somebody makes food. So I would take my mom's food over most restaurants any day, especially since I don't have to drop $15 when I sit at home and my mom cooks me food. Because every restaurant ever is like $15 now if I want to get what I want. So, and I don't have that type of money. So, but I do also like eating out, and I think most people wouldn't give it that much thought. So, but I think it was like 64-36.
Okay. Going out to eat did win. It was 76-24.
Okay.
So not a bad guess.
Not a terrible guess.
Not a terrible guess at all. So yeah, my vote, I didn't put a vote on the poll, but my vote would have been going out to eat. I don't know, man. Just the times I have cooked, they've been fun, but I always find myself spending more money when I cook at home than I do when I go out. And there's only been a few times I have cooked at home, and the times I have cooked at home, I've been grilling something or making wings. And then one time I made club sandwiches. That's the one time I didn't spend.
The main thing I make is noodles,
Yeah,
and
which
that
are
cost
cheap.
me like $3.
Yeah. But cooking is fun. I'm not that good at it. But I also enjoy, arguing with people over where to go eat. And then once you pick a place, you're just like, yeah,
Complaining about it?
yeah, it's a fun time.
It's a fun thing to do.
And then if I had not lived in Starkville, I think my answer would have been cook at home, just because like Columbus restaurants I've outgrown them.
Hold on. It's actually not really normally, because that's my 6:15 Caleb AM alarm to wake up for Caleb AM.
So we have another alarm coming.
There's normally one at 6:35, but I think today there's one at 6:30 and 6:35. I'm not sure.
But Starkville has so many good restaurants that are like unique to Starkville, and even some here that aren't just unique to Starkville, like Little Dewey, it's really good. So I like going out to eat, and I enjoy fast food more than I should. I have like every fast food app downloaded on my phone.
I do enjoy going out to eat.
I
like eating food. So.
Yeah, same.
But
and I miss going out to eat with my friends. I missed you guys.
Oh.
It's been a long time. But yeah,
I mean,
like
me and
it.
JJ go out to eat all the time.
Yeah.
So, we went out to eat yesterday with Kyle.
We did. It was a nice time. I got a free sandwich.
That's true. And a free cookie or brownie.
Yeah.
I did not. But I will say you make a good point with the Starbucks restaurants. There's still not enough because I don't know. I'm pretty simple in the food I like.
Yeah.
I don't need it to be extravagant. And so like if I'm going out to eat, my thoughts are always like it's either Obies, Bulldog, Salsaritas, or Slims. Really, I can't think right now if there's anything different from that. I mean, there's like I want to go to like Sonic, Chick-fil-A, Cookout, but those are like my cheap
places.
cheap options. And like, I mean, Obies isn't too expensive, and then Slim's is a fast food restaurant. I can get my stuff for $9, but like, Salsaritas and Bulldog is going to cost nearly $20, which is a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, me and JJ went to Bulldog the other day, but typically for restaurants like that, I want to go there with my parents.
So
I don't have to pay for my food.
I've been to Georgia Blue 3 times since moving to Starkville my freshman year, and I have not paid for it once.
Nice.
So
I've been to Georgia Blue twice, and
I love Georgia Blue.
neither time I had to pay for it. One time was on my birthday though,
Yeah.
and it was really disappointing because the food was so good. Quiet down.
We're talking about food too much.
He's hungry. But it was on my birthday, and I got a booga, and I was really excited for it. And I also, like, my dipping sauce of choice at this stage of my life is cheese dip.
I love cheese dip.
I love cheese dip, and most burger places have like really good cheese dip. Like Bulldog Burger, I
Their
like Bulldog
fondue
Burger
is
because
so
of that
good.
fondue, dude.
So
I
good.
can't.
I can't dip my fries there and anything else.
I can't. Or the burger. I just can't do it. It's
I'm
just.
not a big burger dipper. For me,
I don't dip my
it's
burgers.
just the burger.
I like the burger, but if I'm dipping it, it's in the fondue.
Yeah.
So, which is a big development for me because I used to only eat ketchup. So,
Yeah, that's true. And I don't like ketchup.
but yeah,
I don't like anything tomatoey either. Like I don't like pizza sauce that much.
ketchup and pizza sauce the only tomato thing I can handle.
I mean,
I can't stand when people put whole like diced tomatoes in
Yeah.
pizza. Like, what is wrong with you?
I just don't like. I mean, tomato. I can handle ketchup and tomato sauce, but if I can choose, like, put the Alfredo sauce on my pizza or get any other sauce besides ketchup, I'm gonna do it just because I'm not a big fan of the taste. And like, people ask like, when pizza's not in my top 10 foods, and people think I'm crazy for that. I'm like, dude. I mean, I'm sorry.
Pizza probably would be my number one. Pizza or burger. I've really grown on burgers. Oh,
I don't like burgers.
I got so sidetracked on what I was saying. I got cheese dip, and like when they brought the cheese dip out with the other food, and then they just never brought my food, and so I was like sitting there, and I kept looking at my cheese dip as it's like slowly hardened,
Yeah.
and I was like, this
sucks.
just sucks. This stinks. This is stinky, and eventually they did bring me my food, but it was pretty stinky of them. Because I was really excited to eat that burger with my cheese dip, and then my cheese dip wasn't brand new. It was still, oh man, that was a good booger. Oh, I have to sneeze. It's not gonna happen. Dang it, man!
I hate when that happens.
Oh man, that was awful. It almost happened twice. It just didn't. Best burger I've ever had was at this steakhouse in Memphis. I think I talked about it on KLVM. That burger was so good. And I'll probably never get that burger again, which is really sad to think about. But oh, it was so good. But I need to go back to that meat shop by Disconnect, because that burger was also really
I've
good.
heard that
Like,
from you, and
it's
I think
also
Andy
pretty
told me
cheap
too.
apparently, but
It is good. So I need to go.
Maybe we should try that sometime.
Yeah, I need to go double check it. Make sure that burger is good.
That burger.
Burger.
I love a good burger. Burgers are in my top. I don't know. I used to not like burgers that much, and now they've grown on me.
That's exactly how I am. I wasn't the biggest fan of them.
I could eat one, but I was never like, oh yeah, let me just get a hamburger. And that's just, like every fast food restaurant I go to, there's usually the two options are hamburgers and chicken, or chicken, some type of
Hamburgers and chicken,
and the
unless I'm
variety.
going to a pizza place, is pretty much all I eat.
Yeah, I like exclusively am a chicken guy at fast food restaurants unless it's Taco Bell.
Oh gosh, I do not eat
But-
burgers at fast food restaurants.
And that's
Unless
even
it's
at
Wendy's and I'm getting the 4 for $4, but that's an exception.
Even at
It's the
Wendy's, I'm
4 for
getting
$5.
the chicken sandwich and chicken nuggets in my 4 for $4.
Oh,
But
I didn't know the chicken sandwich was in the 4 for
you can ask for it, or maybe that's just the biggie bag that it's in.
$4. I like the.
Either way,
I usually get the $5 biggie bag. I just
Yeah.
still call it the 4 for $4.
But-
But I don't know. The junior bacon cheeseburger is good.
even at normal restaurants, I'm gonna get chicken over a burger unless it's a Bulldog burger or like a burger like a burger restaurant. But
On the way back,
yeah, I just love chicken.
yeah, on the way back from the on the way to the Braves game during the fun trip, we stopped at a burger place and it was
Yeah.
good.
That's good.
The fries were mid though, but the burger was a solid like
Yeah.
8 or 9. But the fries were like a 4 or a 5, so it really balanced out. 'Cause you can't have bad fries.
That's true.
But they had a good milkshake, so it was like a 7
There you go.
restaurant. Good job, restaurant in Atlanta. I don't remember what it was called.
While we're talking about restaurants,
Oh yeah, that's a good time to bring it up.
so if you guys don't know, Raising Cane's has done a Post Malone collab where there's 4 collector's cups you can get. The fourth one actually comes out today. I'm gonna try to make my way over to our local Raising Cane's, which is not local. It's an
It would
hour
have made a
away,
lot more sense for it to come out on the 28th.
I guess, but I don't know.
Maybe they gave out free cups on the 28th.
But honestly, was the 27th or was the 28th National Chicken Finger Day?
I don't know, but the 28th is when Austin.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. 'Cause, like, I know they posted a video. He posted a video about National Chicken Finger Day, and it was like hilarious because him and the CEO of
Oh yeah, I saw
Raising
that.
Cane's were just
Like
like,
sleeping in a
it's
bed.
like, would it help if I told you a story? Okay. I love Post Malone. But yeah, I got the 3 cups that have come out so far. This one's
July
my favorite, so-
27th.
Okay, never mind. I thought that'd be cool if he just dropped his album on National Chicken Finger Day. But yeah, I've had, and this was when I
For
got
us,
this
you
cup. When I got this cup, it was the first time I had ever tried Raising Cane's. Since then, I've had it twice, and I gotta say, I don't understand the hype.
Thank you.
It
Thank
is-
you.
It's not bad chicken by any means, but it just tastes so similar to Zaxby's. And I'm not a big I don't like Zaxby's as a fast food restaurant. Cane's is better than Zaxby's because they have better fries. And
Zaxby's fries are potentially the worst fast
Yeah.
food fries.
Cane's,
1 out of 10, 2 out of 10 when they're at their best.
and Cane's also has better toast.
Dude, Cane's toast is good.
It's insanely
You
good.
put the chicken on the toast.
Yeah.
Get extra toast. Make a chicken sandwich
For sure. But and Cane's fries are so weird because they're technically crinkle cut, but they're thin crinkle cut,
Which
I've
is
never
why
seen before.
they're like 5 fries. They could be,
I mean,
if they were thin, you could tell that it's there. It's just they're.
Yeah.
I mean, if they were shoelace, it's the potential's there. It's just.
I like their fries.
But I
though,
want to see
because-
the other.
which one haven't you seen? That one. That's like all of his tattoos and stuff, and this one has his face on it and him smashing a guitar and singing, and then that one's just, I don't know.
This is him singing in the concert.
Today's has this cartoon figure on it,
Good.
which I'm very looking forward to because it looks awesome.
We'll have to do a Caleb PM where we rank the Post Malone Raising Cane's cups
Yes, I like this idea.
and his albums.
I'm so excited.
That'd be pretty good.
Yeah, me and Evan,
I haven't listened
we
to all
had
the
an
albums.
idea to go to Cane's, and while we're on our way to Cane's, to get the last cup while we're on our way to Cane's, review the album in itself, and then finish the review off by eating Raising Cane's. We thought that'd be a good idea. But I also have the Post Malone Funko Pop, and they've come out with 3 Post Malone Pops, and they come out with one for Austin, because Austin is my favorite Post Malone album and my he's like a father. He's like so much more mellowed out, and he's just like hearing him talk. He says some like awesome stuff about love and positivity and all that stuff. So yeah,
Caleb's now a Demon Slayer fan. He left us out here. He's still never seen the show.
never seen the show. I do have a new anime favorite though, and
My best friend bought this for me as a gift.
since I did, and since Avatar,
It was on top of the birthday present.
really,
Yeah.
I can't remember if I made it.
Anything Demon Slayer is gonna
Yeah.
make it.
I don't know, your birthday present this year was pretty sick,
That is true.
but
That would also be top 10.
um,
Oh, I threw that in the middle of the lake at Lake Miles, by the way.
is it lost?
No,
Okay.
I could see it, and I got dirty for it. Like
I'm glad.
I got disgusting for that.
I would have cried. I mean, if you lose a disc, you lose a disc, but I probably would have cried.
I did not enjoy getting it, but
Yeah.
I got it.
Um,
I was like, I cannot leave it.
yeah. But I do have a new favorite anime, and it's the first anime I've watched that would make it in my top 10 TV shows. And
Oh, have you finished it yet?
no, I got like 3 more episodes left. My goal was to finish it before classes start, which I'm definitely gonna do. But
That's good. Because
So-
then you can watch it invaded. We watch it invaded together on the TV. I want to rewatch it. It's kind of confusing, so I wanted to rewatch it.
But it's so good and so cool, and I love like there's 3 main characters in the show, and all 3 of them are awesome. And yeah, it's replaced after being rejected. And
Cowboy Bebop was good.
I mean, they're close. Either way, the only reason Cowboy Bebop isn't a top 10 show is because of Ed, and there are some episodes I just don't like. But so far, there hasn't been a single episode of Samurai Champloo that I've been like, that's like a 7.
Is Samurai Champloo like super story focused?
Not really. It's kind of like each individual episode's different. Like
That's what
the plot's the same. The whole point of the show is that they're trying to find this samurai that smells of sunflowers, and like every single episode,
like. There's every single episode
like they go in
like
order.
going in order.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like that's true of Cowboy Bebop, but it feels like a Saturday morning cartoon. Like you could turn it on and there's a chant. Like the 3rd episode feels the same as the
Yeah,
15th episode.
That's what Samurai Champloo feels like. At the end of or not the end, but at some point in every single episode, they get like some type of like clue, I guess, about the samurai that smells of sunflowers and stuff. But
What are you watching it on?
Annie Watch, I think that's what it's called.
I wonder if it's on 9anime.
But
I don't
yeah,
like 9anime. All the fake anime sites, they show you like.
I got an ad blocker, so it's blocked that stuff out. But yeah, shout out to Colby for introducing me to that show because wow, I've loved it so much. It's funny too.
Just wait until you watch Demon Slayer.
It's made me
Kimetsu
lo-
no Yaiba.
It's made me laugh so much. Like it's not a funny show, like it's not a comedy, but there's one joke in each episode that I can't help but just like chuckle, and it makes me happy. But yeah,
Animes normally do a bad job at being funny,
yeah,
which is why most of them don't try.
yeah.
But there are a few that I've watched that the point of them is comedy, and
Yeah.
like Love is War's. In terms of funniness, is probably the 3rd funniest show I've ever seen. Right below The Office, and then Impractical Joker's easy.
Yeah.
Easy number 1. I don't know, I'd have to go through, look at other ones.
See, I think
Spy Family's kind of funny.
funniest show I've
One
ever
Punch Man
seen.
is very funny.
Not that I think this show is like the best show, but it's just the funniest show in my opinion. Is Community. It's just incredibly funny, and then
I haven't finished Community because I started watching it with you, and then you and JJ decided to watch like 15 episodes in one day without me.
JJ couldn't stop himself.
So
Which
I'll probably never watch
it is
the show.
JJ's favorite show now, but he could not stop himself. He was just going.
That's fair. I just
New Girl's really funny.
I do like New
SpongeBob's
Girl.
really funny.
I've laughed a lot at New Girl.
New Girl's great.
If I finished New Girl, it would probably at least make honorable mentions, but maybe crack the top 10.
It's really, I love New Girl. It's so good. I love Nick Miller. Just has so many awesome quotes like, stop being so mean to me, or I swear to gosh, I'm gonna fall in love with you. I love Mint.
I love Winston.
Winston is awesome. All the
Winston-
characters in that show are great.
Gamers
Except
was
for-
really funny.
Yeah. And then right now, Cece kind of sucks at
So-
first, but she grows on you because she becomes cool by the end of it. And yeah. You know what happens when you mess with my friends? Schmidt happens. Oh, Schmidt's so ugly too.
Because his name rhymes with the S
Yeah.
word.
Anyways, we need to talk about. You got any stories you want to share from the past 3 weeks? I know you've been traveling a lot.
My chair is so squeaky.
Yeah, mine is too, or this one isn't. But I have one that is. It's just not here.
I think I'm gonna find a chair for Caleb AM. Because moving this one from my room to here every Wednesday, it's not gonna be fun. This thing, for whatever reason, has the worst mobility.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know why. It's just so hard to move.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've had very busy weeks. I'll give an overview and then I'll think, oh, there's a screw missing in my chair.
That's not good.
I think it over time. Another one was just loose, but over time it would fall out at the hangout, and then I'd have to screw back in when I saw it. So it's probably at the hangout right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I cleaned that room really good. I didn't see a screw on the ground. Maybe it's either in my car or in my room, I guess. It might turn up, it might not. I really don't care. Eventually, I'll get a new gaming chair, and this will be my Caleb AM chair. So the reason we haven't had Caleb AM is all my fault. I take the blame on this one. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
Please forgive me.
Life happens.
But I had.
We could have had it 1 week, but we didn't.
Yeah, that was your fault.
That was my fault.
But actually, I mean, I don't know. I had to be out of here by 8. I left at 7:45 that morning, so. So, if y'all recall from last Caleb AM, I had Super Summer 1 week, and then the day we got back from the day after we got back from Super Summer, me and JJ went to New York on a mission trip, not New York City. Every time you say that you're going to New York, it's just assumed you're going to New York City. No, we were in Redfield, New York, which is one of the poorest cities in America. So that's not really cool, but
Yeah.
that's a factoid for y'all. And then got back from that, and then a couple days after we got back, I went on a college fun trip with the church, where we went to Chattanooga, and then to go whitewater rafting. We also went through Birmingham to play Top Golf, and then we went to Atlanta to watch the Atlanta Braves game. Which,
Did you have fun?
for people that know me,
He does
I
not like.
suck at golf.
He
I'm
doesn't
not
like
the biggest fan of whitewater rafting, and I despise baseball. Not really the fun trip
Yeah.
for me, but I had a lot of fun
That's good.
because I didn't go for the activities.
Yeah.
I go on stuff like that for the fellowship.
Fellowship.
I enjoy hanging out with people.
That's why you're my best friend.
So, and I had a fun time doing it. Top Golf is really fun.
Top
I
Golf's
just
so much
I
fun.
love Top Golf. I
It's
just
awesome.
suck at golf.
Yeah.
So most of the time I get up I'll get up there, and then we usually do 5 shots and then rotate.
Rotate.
And maybe one of the 5 shots I'll get points.
Nice.
But some of them look good, they just don't go in the things. I was shanking a lot of them right, and I would hit it to the white one. Is that the farthest back circle?
Yeah.
I would hit it to the white one, but it would hit the net on the right side.
That's what mine does too. They slice.
Yeah,
But
that's what it is, slice.
I don't care because I go to Top Golf for the fun and the food. I don't go to win.
I didn't get any food.
The
but-
food there is incredible.
Yeah,
Top
they do have
Golf,
good food. They normally
Top Golf might be a top 10 restaurant, dude. It's insane.
They have very good food. I like the donut hole thingies. Connor and Hunter got some and split them with me and not split them. They shared them with everybody there. I was about to say they split them with me and everybody else because that would sound wrong because everybody would just get one. They ate most of them, and the people that wanted them could get one. But I did, first time ever in Caleb Blood Topgolf history, hit the back net. Or not really hit the back net. The ball rolled into the net in the back.
I did that
which is
one
like
time as well.
that was a big deal for me. I've never.
Did you get the points for the pit?
Yeah, that's what like I got in the pit is what I mean.
Nice.
So that was sick.
Yeah.
Apparently I also found out through Landon that if you hit the ball, there's like 3 holes back there that or there might be more that like the flags are sitting in, and apparently if you hit the ball in that, you get like a free lifetime membership to Topgolf.
I've heard that.
Because only like
I've
3 people have ever done it.
That'd be awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
I'd go to Birmingham a lot if I had.
I would make it at least like a quarterly trip
Yeah.
to Birmingham to like see Jack and then play Topgolf all there.
That'd be $40. Excuse me, sir.
No.
Excuse me, sir.
Do you know who I am?
You have my picture up there for a reason.
Let me in.
I
Oh, you must be really good at golf. No,
no.
you're mistaken.
I own this place now. They give you an entire Topgolf to own and operate if you get it involved.
It was really funny though because, like, you know, I suck at golf, so we were playing like the points for win and stuff, and like every game was just like me and the other guys I was playing with, besides one of them, would have like 15 to maybe 70 points if we did really good and just like went for points, not distance. And then the other guy would get like 150 to 200 because he was like actually good at golf and he was hitting it in the back like almost every time. So that was fun. That was Landon. I think he was going for the thing. He's good at golf apparently, so that was cool. But my favorite if I had to rank the 3 trips, worst to best, or I guess not worst, but least favorite to favorite, because none of them are bad, it would be New York Fun Trip, Super Summer.
That's good. In my mind, I thought you would have switched Fun Trip in New York, but
Fun Trip had some.
Just what my mind was.
The Fun Trip had it had
Fun.
Jim, Connor, Hunter, Colton, Landon.
The New York not.
Landons, multiple Landons.
Okay.
The New York did not. So
Landon Connor was the one.
and Landon Talon.
Yeah.
Cool dudes.
Was Connor the one good at golf?
Yeah.
He looks like he'd be really good at golf.
It was.
He's really. What I've seen him do, he's been really good at.
He's just good.
Yeah, he's just good.
So yeah, New York didn't have that, but I also love New York this year. None of the trips were bad.
That's good.
Super Summer was the best church trip I've ever been on this year. I don't know if I like this year better than last year of New York. Last year, Connor and Hunter were there. They weren't there this year, and I like hanging out with them.
Yeah.
But
I want to hang out with Connor more. I feel like we vibe very well, or we do vibe very well.
we're all psychology majors doing the
That's
seminary.
true.
We're all
Me and Connor don't talk a lot when we're together, but we'll say one thing to each other that make each other laugh, and then we just kind of like.
I love hanging out with Connor.
Connor's cool.
He's so funny.
Connor's a cool dude.
He'd make my top 10 funniest people list. Probably number 1, honestly. He's so funny.
Alec,
Love you, Connor.
he should be on the show one day.
I've tried.
Never mind.
I've tried to get him to come to Prayer Burn
Mhm.
and then
Yeah, spend the
do
night.
Caleb the next day. But
I'm sure he's a busy man.
he's been too busy.
Yeah.
And now that school's about to start back, he's not going to be able to.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, maybe next week if... We'll try next week. But
Hopefully next week. I
like
get
he's
my shelves
he's
put up
super
here and
involved
stuff.
with the BSU.
Yeah.
So
At EMCC.
yeah. So it's probably just not gonna happen,
Yeah.
which is fine.
That's
It's fine. But we'll keep trying. Don't worry, Caleb Amers.
You'll meet Connor.
You'll meet Connor. But yeah. But Super Summer. I don't know how upset I was last Caleb AM, like before all my trips, but I know how it showed. I don't know how much I let it show. I didn't want to go at all to any of the trips I had planned. Like I don't want to go. I was upset because I had to move out before I left because of the hangout being stupid and making us move out 10 days before August started, when I paid for a full month of rent.
Stupidity.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand why.
It's so dumb.
Life would have been so much easier.
Yes, I wouldn't have had to move out before all these trips I had.
No, it was dumb.
But yeah, I was stressed out. I wasn't. I guess I don't know a good way to say it. I guess I wasn't fully like spiritually there, active at that point in my life. I was pretty low, and I was about to go be a team leader at a church trip for like, it was Super Summer, so it was like it wasn't like trying to lead people to Jesus. It was like trying to grow faith, and like that's kind of stressful sometimes. All this other stuff. And last year at Super Summer, I just didn't have the best of times. My group, they gave me some trouble. I mean, one of them got kicked out. None of them were bad kids or anything, but like we just didn't mesh well, and I wasn't confident in myself. I also missed the first day of training because of New York, which made it hard for me to connect with the other leaders because they had already became friends on the one full day of training I missed, and all this other stuff. And ultimately, I did not have the best week. And I was also exhausted from New York because I got like 3 hours of sleep before Super Summer, and then I never got more than like 5.5, 6 hours. Like max, I got 6 hours. So I never caught up on sleep. All this other stuff. So I was like not excited about Super Summer because of last year. But then, I don't know, like on the drive up there, Connor didn't really want to go either. Me and Connor sat by each other on the way up there, and then like, I don't know if it's how it was for him, but like, I don't know, an hour and a half into the drive, I was having just so much fun talking to him and Jim and Lindsay and Carrington and JJ that I was like, I'm kind of excited now. And then we got there, and I remembered that I had to leave the people that I was having fun with and go meet strangers, and I was like, oh crap, forgot about that.
Dang it.
But you know him. Sam Ivy was my TLC, which is like the coordinator for the team leaders.
Yeah, I know Sam.
I don't know if that's what TLC stands for, team leader coordinator.
Probably.
It might mean team leader coach, but that seems weird. I don't think that's what it is. I don't know what it means, but
He was it.
he was it. And I love Sam Ivy. My TLC last year, his name was Scott Lucky. Awesome dude. They're both great guys.
Yeah.
They're so awesome. I strive to be like both of them. But Sam Ivy he's so much fun, and like from the get-go, I felt really comfortable in my group. I got along with everybody. I also knew a few people in it, like some of them I went through Super Summer with, so like I knew them already, which was really nice. I'm also wearing my Super Summer shirt, if y'all didn't notice.
I really didn't notice that. That's crazy.
I was gonna wear a shirt that you gave me. I told you
Threat
about
Level
it last
Midnight.
night. I have a Threat Level Midnight shirt that he gave me, but it was dirty and white, so
Yeah.
it's pretty much see-through these days because it's old. So I was just like, you know what? I'll just wear the Super Summer shirt since I will probably talk about Super Summer, and I am talking about Super Summer. But I should have brought my notebook in here. Now, I guess I didn't think about this. If we're doing Caleb Ham in here every week, I probably won't run to my room to grab stuff because it's literally on the opposite end of the house.
Yeah.
So I mean I could, but max once per episode. I can't do twice per episode anymore because we used to be right by each other. I need a minute. I'm sorry. You making fun of me with it?
No, I was celebrating just as a joke though.
That's funny to you.
No, that's a
I can't.
Caleb
I,
Ames.
I can't do Caleb
Fine.
Ames anymore. This is
yeah.
done. This
Forget
is-
it. Get out of our room.
Can we do it? Can we keep doing Caleb
Yeah, we
Ames?
can do it.
Yes. 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 I love Caleb. I love Caleb.
No, it sounds like you had a pretty good July. Overall.
I was so busy that July just kind of happened. Like, it didn't. It was fun. When I got back from the fun trip, I texted my boss and was like, "Yo, this has been like the busiest month of my life, but I'm back for 4 days, and then I'm leaving again." But he said, "Glad to have you back, soldier," and he did the salute emoji, and it made me happy. I love my boss. I love my boss so much. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any like big highlight standout moments from Super Summer, and then I'll let you talk about your life some, and then I'll talk about New York, and then I'll let you talk some more, and then I'll talk about the fun trip. So
While you're doing that, I'm gonna get some stuff that I want to show. So, I'll show. And my room is in here.
yeah. One awesome thing that happened was my small group. Like last year I didn't connect with my small group, and like the first session it's always going to be a little bit awkward like any small group you lead, because you, even if you know the people, you don't know them in a small group setting. You know them in like a, you know, oh, we hang out, or I see you at church type of setting. But I only knew one of the guys. He's actually a really good disc golfer. So that was cool. And then one of the other dudes goes to my dad's new church. So I was excited to get to know somebody from there. And then the 5 other guys didn't know them at all. But I just love those dudes. They are awesome. Like, I am just so thankful that was my group, because they were all great, all talked, all wanted to be there, all wanted to learn more. And I just like thanked God after the first couple of days, just like how happy I was, because I was so nervous that it wasn't going to go well. And then they were just all the best ever, and I loved them. If y'all ever see this, thank y'all. Y'all made my week. Y'all are my favorites. I love y'all. Y'all are the best. Love y'all.
Love you.
I don't know. Like, there was a few moments where I just like felt. Well, as I said, I was really nervous going in, but there were a few moments where I felt so at peace and happy with how the week was going. Like my favorite, one of them, one of my guys, he, after the last night of worship, I was like walking around and like, you know, dapping everybody up and stuff and giving the bro hugs and all that. And, oh, my watch wants me to stand up. But he, like, when we went in for the bro hug, you know, he just said thank you, and I turned around and started crying. It really got me good, because I don't know, I didn't feel like I made any type of impact last year.
Yeah.
And I felt like bad about myself when I left. But the fact that somebody was like thankful for me, not in a prideful way, like,
Yeah.
and
I know what you mean.
I don't know, it meant a lot to me.
So, yeah, I missed Super Summer. Great week. It was also cool. We had like a church group
every night. And two of the nights, one night my mom was there, and one night my mom and dad were there. They came with some of the First Baptist Madison people. And it was actually the lady that let me drive her Tesla. I love her. She's awesome. She came with them, and she brought her other Tesla that I didn't get to drive.
Imagine having two.
I know. Right?
Every time you talk about this, I'm like, imagine having two Teslas.
Oh, man.
Not one.
They're the best.
Two Teslas.
She's so nice.
Yeah, because she has two Teslas.
That's not why she's
Her
nice.
life is great.
But yeah. So I got the ride in the one that I didn't get to drive and ride in, so that was really cool. But I got to see my family, which was nice.
You're gonna see him again this weekend.
Leaving tomorrow. But yeah, that was cool. And then like, it was really cool. The last night was the night my dad was there, and so like, he came by, and him and my mom like stopped by and talked to everybody, and then like half the people on the trip like were bawling their eyes out, and it was really sweet because like a lot of people, when a pastor leaves, like hold resentment to the pastor for leaving.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I was scared that people would be upset with my dad, and I'm sure there are, probably a lot. But it was nice to see that he really did leave an impact on our church, and like, cause like, I mean, even the people that weren't crying were like, you know, obviously excited to see him and miss him and all that. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
And I didn't really think I would get to hang out with my church friends and my dad at the same time again. So I enjoyed that a lot. The first night of the TL training, me and JJ moved our mattresses into Jim and Connor's room, and we left them there. Or I left mine in there, so I ended up sleeping just on the floor in their room every night because I was too lazy to move it back, which was pretty funny. So we would stay up till like 12:30 or so playing Disc Golf Valley
I love Disc
and
Golf
talking.
Great game.
I had some good talks with them, so that was good. I read through Ephesians. Ephesians is good. And there's something else I wanted to mention. Oh, I won't go in depth with it or anything. Last thing about Super Summer, I think. If I think of something else, I'll talk about it. But the speaker was really, really good this year. Like the first night, he came out swinging. He didn't, like most speakers, they'll get up there and be like, hey, my name's Caleb, my wife's name is so-and-so, I have 3 beautiful daughters, and I love them so much. But he came out there and instantly was just like, boom, hitting us with the cold hard facts. And so, you know, I had to keep that pen ready. Mm-hmm. Most notes I've ever taken, like I filled up like 3.5 pages one night, and I normally don't go through one when I'm taking notes. So he was really hitting. He had a lot of good stuff to say. He had one night was like the focus was love, and it was really good. He talked about how like true love is doing something for somebody, expecting nothing in return, and there was a lot of good stuff. Like he said, one of the most unloving and hateful things you can do is letting somebody live in sin. I was like, dang.
Yeah.
Dang. You know, you feel me?
Absolutely.
Just dang. And there was something. He talked about. It reminded me of The Proof of Your Love by Forgetting Country, because they quote the 1 Corinthians 3. No, I'm not writing that shit anymore. But he talked about how like, if you're not doing something in love, then it doesn't matter. And I don't know. He talked about a lot of like, or he had a couple of stories about how like essentially saying if you're not leading somebody to Christ in love, then it's just not going to work. Like, they were both like sad stories, but one of them had a funny ending, and one of them was like really sad. But he talked about how like he had this one friend that was like a partier, never ever even wanted to go to the church, and like he would invite him to church like constantly, and he always said no. So one time he tricked him into going, and when he got there, one of the greeters at the church saw him and said, "What are you doing here?" And then like he said that like they sat down in their seat, and before the service ever started, he leaned over and said that he was never coming back. And I was like, dang. Like if you get in that like just such negativity and hatred like that, they're not even going to listen to it doesn't matter what the preacher
Yeah.
says. It doesn't matter how good the music is. They're like it's literally too late, which was really big to think about. So if I had my notebook, I could give all 4 of his
Specifics,
sermons.
yeah.
Not really. That was prideful. He was much better than I ever could be.
Let's see here. I'm gonna outdo them.
But I mean that I could
Talk about them.
talk about
Yeah.
them more. But he was very good.
Yeah.
If you want my notes, just let me know.
I would like
show them to you. Oh wait, all 4 of them are online. You should watch
Were
them.
they all like where at? Cause I'll go watch them.
YouTube. We
YouTube.
should watch them together at some point. They were good. I want to rewatch them because they're. It feels like I was constantly taking notes, so there had to have been some stuff that I
Yeah.
missed. There was some stuff I missed.
Nice.
Yeah, I loved Super Summer.
Oh.
I miss Super Summer. Now I need to go change and put on my New York shirt. Just kidding, I'm not gonna do that. It's also blue. Our New York shirts last year were like forest green and ugly, but this
I
year
like
they were.
forest green.
They just did not work.
Happens.
This year they were like
Dude.
some of Divide by Ed Sheeran blue.
Yeah.
Not this baby blue, but they were
Yeah.
they were a lighter blue.
Dude. You mentioned forest green. I have a forest green T-shirt that looks really good with my blue jeans and a flannel. I'm just waiting for coolness to come so I can wear that.
I'm waiting for coolness to come so I can be happy when I walk outside.
I was thinking about like last night. I was like thinking about like how like stressful everything's been for us. More specifically, you and JJ. The most stressful part has already passed for me, which was getting the kitchen cleaned and everything. But I was thinking like in a
Today
few
we need to take. I guess you won't be here, but I need to take everything off the counter and wipe it down. Clean.
a few short weeks from now, or not weeks, a few short months from now, our house is going to be clean. Everyone's going to be moved in. Classes will be in full swing. And it's going to be cold outside.
It's gonna be incredible.
I'm so looking forward to that. But
And
yeah.
Next Topic Media will have 5 million subscribers.
No. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Anyways, talk about a little bit what happened to me in July. July was not a good month for me.
I heard.
It
I'm
was
sorry.
just not good. Like there were some awesome things that happened, but just I was in such a slump in like every part of my life for 2 out of the 4 weeks of July, and then
Why do you think that
one of
was?
not just a lack of
Caleb.
lack of lack of like any type of consistency.
I feel that.
Lack of being around people I enjoy being around, other than Lauren.
If I wasn't
really
on
not
like
around
church
people
trips,
I
I would have been so sad.
Yeah, it was just
Both times, every time I came back, I called you and was like, "Want to get dinner?"
yeah, which I did because I love
Because I missed you so
Yeah.
much.
But so the first week y'all were gone. I think I went to the beach, or was that the second week? I don't know. I went to the beach while y'all were gone at one point.
I'm not sure.
With my family, who but and I'm not a beach
It was
guy.
the first week because Charlie was on
Yeah. Okay.
the New York trip.
So I'm not a beach guy. I never have been. I don't understand the appeal. Like I like playing in the ocean for maybe 30 minutes and then I'm tired. And I get sunburned every time. Sand literally gets everywhere. I know God doesn't make mistakes, but man, like sand, dude. Like there's no response to it. It's just going to be there. And I hate sand, and it makes showering uncomfortable and sleeping uncomfortable, and there are so many people in that house, and Anyways, but some things that I got at the beach. We went to this thrift store there, and I found this pair of shoes, which I've been looking for a very long time, and they're really awesome. But these are the Melting Pot Air Max 96s.
Oh, you wore those, didn't you?
I did, because I love them. And I've been looking for a pair for a while, but I've never, like, I don't pay resale for shoes anymore, unless it's just something I really want, because why? I'm just going to buy a used pair, because I'm going to wear my shoes, or I'll buy them, like, at retail price. And so, I found these at the thrift store, which was a crazy find. Got them at a pretty good price, and they're really cool. New York City is my favorite city in the world that I've been to. It's like my dream to live there one day, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. That's okay. But they got NYC embroidered on the side of it, and on the inside, these are the coordinates of Times Square in New York City, which is really cool. And they got a bunch of other little details to like represent it, but like that one says Air on the side, this one says NYC, so it's saying like Air NYC, which I think is cool. Two different colored laces, and yeah, I love these.
I do like I really like shoes with like mismatched laces.
Yeah, especially like these colors just go well together, and like you wouldn't think that like this gradient, which is supposed to represent a sunset or a sunrise or something like that, you wouldn't think this gradient would go well with like blue and lime green, but it works very well together in my opinion.
Is this supposed to be so? Or
Yeah.
Is it just this old?
No, it's supposed to be like that. It's like textured.
It looks like it's falling apart.
It's supposed to be crackled or whatever. Like the
It
designer.
doesn't look bad. It just like it looks.
So,
like, this is what it looks like.
This
when
was an
it's
Air Max
supposed
Day release from 2017, and they released it. A designer, like they had a competition to let people design an Air Max to like represent their city, and the winner was going to get it released. And this is the one that won, and she wanted it to look like you've walked around the streets of New York City in them. That's what why she did the crackle thing.
to. I like that.
Yeah, no, it's a really cool shoe, and I'm gonna take a hair dryer and go through the air bubble to take that smokiness out of it a little bit, and make that blue in the air bubble pop a lot. But I love these. I'm so glad I bought them. And
I need to let you clean my Vans.
yeah,
They're disgusting.
I got you, bro. I got shoes I need to clean too, and I meant to clean my shoes before I brought them over here, but I mean I haven't had really had a bathroom in the past month, so to do it in. So that's
I didn't need to see all the details underneath the first time I like those.
yeah, they're super cool. And there's a lot of other like small things. Like I forgot what the compass. Like there's a reason she chose green and blue, and I forgot what it was. And then the name of the designer, her name is Leo, and she calls herself Queen Leo. So that's her signature in the tongue. And yeah, it's really cool. But love these. Probably as of right now, my favorite shoe in my collection. But I'm sure the hype will go down once I go. And then I bought this book while I was at the beach too, because I decided, everyone talks about reading on the beach. You got to read on the beach. You got to read on the beach. And when I went to the beach with Lauren earlier this summer, we took our Bibles from the beach and had Bible study on the beach, and sand just got all over my Bible. So I was like, I'm not gonna read my Bible on the beach this time. I'll find something else. So I found this book, which is the official prequel to the Spider-Man game, which I didn't know existed. So I saw it, and it was only like $7. I was like, you know what? I'll give this a try.
$8.
$8. I'll give it a try. And I figured like it was going to be about how they took down Kingpin, because that's where the video game picks up, and it is. And not that the story's not great, but I've come to a realization while reading this book that Spider-Man's not as entertaining when you don't have pictures or images.
That's
of
probably
him.
why he's normally in picture form.
Yeah, like so. Not that it's not like the story's fine, but like it's just hearing the like pages of just explanation of what everything looks like. And like
It
I mean,
reading, I love reading.
Yeah.
But it really does depend.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think superhero stuff works. It does
yeah,
in like a kind of like what we talked about at the beginning of film class is like when you're reading something, you make it in your head, which
Yeah.
is cool. Like if there was like a fight scene you always want to see, you can pretend that that's what's happening pretty much. But like
yeah.
I don't know. sometimes it's nice to not have to do that. If I'm reading, it has to be like a really good book. The Bible, which
Yeah.
is obviously like the best,
best book.
Or I prefer like
Yeah.
thriller horror stuff because those are like gonna actually keep me engaged compared to like a romance book. I just cannot.
Yeah.
Like Pride and Prejudice, I just cannot.
I mean, I don't read a whole lot. My childhood consisted of Diary of a Wimpy Kid and enough chapter books to keep my reading goals, and Big Nate, keep my reading goals up. And then I did in 8th grade. We read 3 books throughout the semester: Fahrenheit 451, The Outsiders, and The Giver, and I liked all 3 of those books.
I haven't read Fahrenheit, but I like the other two.
Fahrenheit 451 is so good.
Everyone says it's really good.
That was my favorite book for a long time.
To Kill a Mockingbird, let's go.
I think my favorite book of all time now, besides the Bible, is Tuesdays with Maury. That's a really good. We read that in comp, and it's so good. But yeah, this book, it's like the story's fine, but it's just not as entertaining as I was hoping. And reading on the beach is not fun. Like I don't get it. Like that's what Riley and Lauren do. Like, oh, it's so much fun. You get to sit in the sand and you get to sit under an umbrella and just listen to the waves crash while you read. And it's hot. Like, why read inside or
Do that.
outside?
I think that would be fun doing it when it's cold outside.
Sure.
When you go to the beach, because then you don't want to get in the water.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. It just wasn't fun. But luckily, my mom was like, told us about this trip. Like, she's like, y'all do whatever y'all want. I'm gonna be on the beach a lot. If y'all want to chill in the house, y'all want to go to the pool, y'all want to take a vehicle, go somewhere, y'all do what y'all want. I'm not expecting to stay on the beach for hours at a time. Like, I normally have to end up doing a lot on the beach.
College life.
Yeah, so I was at the beach maybe an hour and a half out of the whole trip, which was great. Spent most of my time at the pool because I like a good pool, and the pool there was really nice. But yeah, it was not like a horrible trip. The food was incredible that we had there. I had this shrimp mac and cheese bowl, which was ginormous, and it was nice. And then me and Evan went to Cane's one day to get one of the cups together, and we stopped at the comic book store. And I bought a lot of comic books. Most of them were new releases. This is the only old one I bought, and it was $18, which I know is this not worth $18, but it was really cool. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'll let you see it. Screw it. It's gonna look really cool on display come a certain time of year, and it's
Christmas Spider-Man.
mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
The Amazing Spider-Man 314. I read it. It's a really cute. Like, it's nothing special happens, but he gets evicted right before Christmas, and him and MJ got to find a place to stay, and you know, the Parker Pride gets involved, and then there is like crime fighting and stuff too. But yeah, it was. I'm just really excited to have this because I have that Spider-Man Christmas pop that I'm gonna put next to it come Christmas time, and it's not worth $18, but I was like, you know what, screw it, I like comic books. So yeah.
You didn't try to bargain?
No, it's okay. Normally, when the owner of Bratz is there, every time I'm gone, he's giving me discounts. He's a super cool dude. Like, when I bought the Amazing Spider-Man 68, I bought some other comics with it. It should have been like $100 should have been my price total, and he marked everything down like between $5 and $10, and it ended up being like $60. So he's a cool dude, and like most of the time, unless it's like new comic books that retail at $3.99, like he has to sell them for $3.99 because that's Marvel or Boom or whatever comic franchise has it. But like old stuff like this, he's normally like, yeah, I'll take $5 off. But he wasn't there, so I didn't get that for this.
That's
But
vintage.
yeah, it's okay.
I really like that.
It's
I like the
super cool.
cover.
It's a cool cover. Yeah, that's why I bought it. But and plus, like, this is my favorite era. I don't know if it's my favorite era because I love college Peter Parker a lot, but adult Peter Parker, like the 80s to the 90s comics are some of my favorites that I've read. But yeah, so that's just the big things that I've bought that I wanted to show off on the show because I like them and I think they're interesting. But other than that, went to the beach. Already talked about that. And then the rest of the trip, or rest of July, I was just at home in a pile of my own stuff because I had nowhere to put it. And I moved it so many times. So cleaned and moved the apartment out of the living room and the kitchen. That took.
Oh, real quick, if you didn't notice, you did notice, but all the office boxes are up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So yeah, I did that. That was about a day and a half of work, but I cleaned that place and it looked good.
Nice.
And I did that one day.
Cleaning
for
feels good.
2 days, and got everything moved out the apartment. That was one of my days, and then I moved all of my stuff. I didn't want to unpack my stuff since I was moving here pretty quickly, and half of my stuff was here anyways. So I just left it in the basement of our house. So I had my room was pretty much I had space in my room, and then I found out Presley is kind of in the same situation as us, where his lease ended and he can't move into his new place for a while. So he had basically took over the basement as his room, and all of his stuff's down there. So I was like, I'm not letting some of my stuff get mixed up. So I took all my stuff, put it in my room, and then I had no space in my room at all until now, when I brought stuff here.
And now you have a room.
And now I have a room, which is nice. But and most of my time was spent in my room over July. If I wasn't hanging out with Lauren, I was in my room, or at church or something. But if I was at home, I was in my room, basically. So, yeah, I didn't do a whole lot. I did join a new Bible study group though. So Lauren's super excited about her walk with Christ, which is awesome, because for the longest time in her relationship, she's always in our relationship, she's always believed, but she's never been active in it, and now she is, which is super cool to see. And she actually Sunday got baptized and rededicated her life to Christ, which was really cool.
That's awesome.
Super proud of her. But her pastor does a Bible study every Sunday night with the Sunday school leaders at their church, just so they can talk about the Sunday school lesson, what perspectives they want to take and what points they want to bring up. And Lauren asked if she could join, and her pastor, who's a cool guy, his name's Mel Houghton, super cool guy. I've enjoyed getting to know him, but he said yeah, and just bring whoever you want. So me and her went, and it's an interesting Bible study because they go with a specific goal in mind. There's a lot of Bible studies where it's just kind of open talk and open read something and talk about it, and they come with a very specific goal in mind. They're the purpose of this Bible study is to read the scriptures we're supposed to be reading and talk about how we're going to use this to convey this point and reach certain groups of people, because they have Sunday school leaders in there who are talking to seniors and some to children and some to youth, and so it's very cool to see all the perspectives you can take about it and talk about that and stuff. And so it's been fun going to that. And then Lauren's church also had a revival, which I was able to go to one of the nights of. And to the pastor, he was this really old guy, and
Average revival. Average revival.
Yeah, it was. I don't want to say it was bad, his sermon, but there was one passage of scripture which was in 3 verses he used, and then the rest of it he probably told 17 stories about his life that conveyed to his point, which is the only reason I say it wasn't bad is because his point was his underlying point was a good point.
Mm-hmm.
It was just for me I'm okay with telling stories from your life,
You can't overflow with stories.
yeah, especially when you only have one passage of scripture you're pulling from.
Yeah. Use the
And-
Bible, not your life.
Yeah, and all of his story, he was trying to be funny. All of his stories were funny, and he had everybody laughing. I was just kind of sitting there I don't know, because they weren't
Yeah.
funny to me. But
That reminds me of the Super Summer speaker. One night he said that he made a couple jokes, because all pastors are gonna crack a few if the opportunity comes.
Mhm.
But he made a comment about how that people have asked him why he's kind of straightforward and blunt all the time and not joking around. And then he talked about how, because he's like, that's not my goal. I'm not trying to make you laugh. I'm trying to like spread the word. And then he told the story about how like when he was in college, he tried to share with as many people as he could, but one person he always had a hard time was with one of his best friends, and then his best friend died, and he was like, I don't joke about it anymore. It's not
worth it.
It's not worth it. Why waste time on a joke when you can say something that could lead to a life change? So
I agree, but it was like hard to sit through just because like every time I kept waiting for him to just like, because I've heard sermons where like someone will start with a story from their life and continue from there, and this one he started with the passage like of scripture, and then he just kept going with stories, and I was like, oh my goodness, man, like get to the point.
I'm not a big fan of revivals.
I mean, it depends on like the speaker, and
I don't dislike them. Like they can definitely do some fire setting, but I also think that all the ones I've ever been to have been super like altar call-y, where they're just like every night they're like, I feel the Spirit moving, so I'm gonna preach for 30 more minutes, and raise your hand if you want to get saved. I know you want to get saved. Raise your hand. It's like I don't like that.
Yeah, that's most of the ones I've been to. We've had 3 at my church since I've been there, and then there was one at, I don't know what, I think it's called the Heights now. It used to be called Yorkville Heights in New Hope that I went to. That one was really good. They had a different speaker every night for that one. And then the 3 at my church, one was preached by this guy whose name, there's been 4 at my church. One was preached by a family friend named Corey. Do you know who Tyson Cunningham is? I don't know if you've heard of him or not.
Yes.
Yeah. He used to play basketball at Mississippi State, and now he's like the team, not pastor, but spiritual guide or whatever. I don't know how they've said what his like title is, but I've met him a few times. He's a really cool guy, very good singer, amazing singer. But Tyson Cunningham and his family led the worship for it, which was really cool. And then Corey preached, and that was like one of the best revivals probably the best revival I've been to. And then there was one that was like 8 that I don't remember at all. And then the other ones in my church have been taught by Gerald Crabb, his family's the Crabb family, who are like big in like Southern gospel. And then there's Jason Crabb, who like is just big in Christian music all the way around, who's his son. Unfortunately, Jason Crabb did not come. But yeah, Gerald's an old like Pentecostal type preacher, which is what I mostly grew up listening to, but it's not my favorite style of preaching. But yeah, revival, I like revival if the preacher's good and if I can like really get into it. But for the most, there's some that I just like that I've been to. I'm just like, eh.
Yeah, I don't think they're a bad thing.
And then there was the one at Fairview that group came and did.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I don't remember that one very well. I think I did not like...
We did it 2 years in a row. I don't remember the first one. But at one of them they sang, what's it called? Oh, I know. What is It's Your Breath in Our Lungs. What is that song called? Great Are You, Lord.
Yeah.
They sang that song like twice every night.
Yeah.
Like...
No, I remember the youth speaker for that the first year that I went to. I don't know if that was the first year I did it or the second year. But the guy who did the youth, I just could not vibe with what he was trying to say.
Me either.
So I stopped going halfway through that one because I was just not vibing with it. And he was just like, "Look how cool I am! I slapline," and I was like, "Okay." Like, yeah,
okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I couldn't.
But
dude, this Sunday at church was one of the best, like, music-wise services Fairview's ever had. They did I Thank God, which was so fun. I love that song. And they started out, it was like everybody was sitting, and I was like, come on, I can't I can't do anything while I'm sitting down. Let me stand up. And then somebody stood up. I was like, yes, we're all gonna stand up and then sing.
Let's do it.
And I stood up and I was like trying really hard not to like do the dance moves, like you pick me up, and then you spin around and you turn me around.
Yeah.
We did it in Green School at Super Summer like twice, and it was so fun.
Oh my God.
And it's really fun.
Yeah, that's how that part goes. We play that song like at least 3 times a month at my church, and like I
But-
love that song. I'm just kind of tired of playing it, and I have to sing the first verse, and I get uncomfortable singing.
That's fair.
But
It's
a great
like
song.
it's a great song and it's fun and it has a good message too. And I really enjoyed singing it. And then we also did what else did we do? I'm blanking on everything else we did, but like when they did I Thank God, everything after it was also like really good stuff. Like I think I Speak Jesus was one of them.
I love I Speak Jesus.
But yeah, it was really good. It was really
I'm trying to
nice.
remember the chords of that song. I know it's C and
I have
F
no
and
clue.
G.
So I can't help you.
But them playing it really, I've been thinking about this since Super Summer because the way Super Summer has pretty much always worked since 2017, which I think is the first year I went. No, maybe I don't know. I don't know. The last night they always sing like this. The last song is like emotional. Everybody's crying, and then Ken Hall gets up there and tells everybody this like, "We're so glad you came. It's been a great week. We love you." And then everybody starts chanting one more song, and he's like, "I bet if y'all ask really nicely, the band will do one more song." And then everybody starts chanting, one more song. And then the band gets back up there, everybody is excited, and then they play Glorious Day. And it's like, oh my gosh, please, just one church camp that doesn't end with Glorious Day. Like, I like the song,
Yeah.
but oh my goodness, it's so overplayed. And I Thank God is better in every single way.
I agree. I don't like playing Glorious Day.
It's
either.
not fun. It's like a good song, and I don't dislike the song. It's just so oversaturated.
Yeah.
that I
There's
just-
a lot of worship songs like that too.
oh my goodness, I'm so bored of it.
I mean, what's
And every single time, like, it feels like fake hype when people
Yeah.
are like dancing. It's just not there anymore. But I Thank God is not like that right now. Eventually, one day in like 5 years, if that became a song. But replace Glorious Day with I Thank God.
Yeah.
If you're a music person listening, please.
I'm to the point to where I'm tired of playing I Thank God because we do it at least 3 times a month in my church, but I love listening to it
Yeah, that's
when
fair.
when Maverick City does it, you know. So
Yeah. I also can't stand in Glorious Day how the song ends, and then like, you know, after it ends they go. That's like, oh man, oh. Because like the song's over, the hype is gone,
yeah,
but then you get back into it as if you're gonna sing again, and then you just like play for 20 seconds and then stop. Oh, I can't stand it. I don't. Oh man, I get upset. But yeah. There wasn't a lot of standout moments from New York that I can think of. I led a Bible study one night, which was pretty fun.
that's awesome.
I talked about Ephesians. Talked some about. Oh crap! It just completely left my head. My main point. Where did it go? I don't know. It's gone. It's all in my notebook, but it's gone right now. I'm sorry. But I know I talked about like some of the putting on the full armor of God, and the other 2 points I made are just completely leaving me, and I'm upset about it because I thought they were decent at least. Oh well.
Sure, they were better than these.
Maybe they'll come back to me. Probably not. The food in New York is really good. They made some great sandwiches for us every day. That was what I was really looking forward to. They also have like really good chocolate chip cookies. They're so good. the kids this year were better than they were last year until the last 2 days, and then they were just like off their rockers. They took something, dude. They were crazy, but I was still having a great time, and I feel like there was more spiritual movement this year than last year. I didn't feel like anything happened last year, but there were some kids that like you could tell were really
Yeah.
getting something out of it, which was really nice
Awesome.
to see.
Yeah.
We made s'mores one night. That was really awesome. What was cool though was that I was really hoping to find some bangs to get some purple guava bears. Did not. But the way up there, we stopped at a hotel, and the way back, we were going to stop at a hotel, which was going to put us getting back in Columbus at between like 10 and 1 in the morning, which was going to stinky. But we ended up deciding that the drivers made the ultimate decision because they were driving.
Yeah.
But we all wanted to go straight back and not stop at a hotel, which was just awesome because we got back at like 10 in the morning. So it gave me free time on that day to go.
To sleep.
No.
Sorry.
I went and
I
saw
thought maybe-
Barbie and Oppenheimer.
I thought maybe you wanted to sleep.
I did want to sleep, but
Is that the day we went? No, that's not the day we went and got lunch.
that was after
Super
Super Summer.
Okay. Yeah, I should.
Yeah, I went and saw Barbie and Oppenheimer with Colton, which was really fun, and so that was cool. But I wasn't, we didn't have anywhere to make a video for them, so 2 of the big summer releases were
Got one
they
video,
weren't peach crisp,
It's okay.
which is okay. I mean, it's never too late, but
Yeah.
oh well.
It's been a busy summer.
Yeah, I was hoping that this would be the summer of Next Topic Media for me, and I was busy, just constantly busy.
I should have.
I don't think a week went by where I didn't go on at least a 2-hour trip, and
I'm just mad at myself because I definitely had the time to make more shorts, and I couldn't really make full videos because I didn't have anyone to make them with.
yeah.
But I had so much time I could have made shorts, and I just didn't. And I'm upset with myself for that. But
Now that we're in this house,
dude,
I
as
know
soon
it's
as I get
pretty much the same as living in an apartment together, but
as soon as I get
I
some,
can feel
as soon as I get some consistency back, I'm rolling.
I can't wait for consistency. I love
I
consistency.
need consistency,
I cannot,
dude.
dude. I'm
I'm
so
so ready
tired
to
of
wake up at
summer.
the same time every day.
6:30,
And yeah,
quiet time every single day.
6:30.
Boom.
I'm gonna go to campus. I'm gonna get there. Try to get there as early as possible. Chill in the library. Get what I need to get done.
I'll
And
get with
then
you.
classes, and then come home. Homework, videos. Just I'm rolling.
Videos first.
Doing.
I'm changing things
trying to-
up in my life this semester.
I'm trying to record some songs that I've written. Got my interface. Got a guitar that I've had for a while that I have not restrung in so long, and I bought strings for it, and I'm gonna use it. And then,
finally stopped using the broken one.
yeah. Not that I don't.
Thanks, Riley. We
This
appreciate
guitar is
it.
actually really. I wish it wasn't broken because this is a really nice guitar. I love it. The fretboard on this thing, it is. I want to know what type of strings she had on this. Cause I love these strings too. But this fretboard is so nice. It's just broken.
Yeah. I mean,
It sounds good,
She
though.
she was very upset when she broke it. From what I heard.
It's such a nice guitar, man.
Considering she broke it while in her 3 months of. Very sad. But
I thought we could like paint it and hang it up in the living room.
we should.
I don't know. We could all like paint something different on it, but
And then we could put an honorary plunger on the broken part.
yeah. I've always wanted to paint a guitar because this artist, I talked about her on the thing before because she DM'd me, but Lindsay L.
Yeah.
For every song, there was an album she did, and for every song on that album, she painted a guitar.
That's cool.
So like she painted like 12 guitars,
That's
and
sick.
most of them were I didn't like most of them. But there was one that was really cool, and Fender actually like remade it and produced it for her, but like professionally. And
That's sick.
yeah, but I think painting is like I just like art in general, but I'm not good at it. So and I wish I was. But yeah, it is
3rd.
30. So we got about 30 minutes.
I'm trying to think of other things that happened in New York. It's just, I don't know, I'm really blanking on anything of note. It was kind of a basic week with not a lot of stories. It was just, we did VBS. They had the field that we did VBS in, there's like no lights anywhere near it, and anybody that knows me knows how much I like looking at stars. So we went down and looked at the stars, and it was gorgeous. I love stars so much. It made me happy. So that was awesome. Then we got back. The day after we got back, I thought about this earlier because my scab was peeling when I moved back on my back. The day we got back, or the day after we got back, I was staying with the Clartys
Love the
in their
Clartys.
guest home. Very thankful for them because they made everything so much easier with all the trips I went on because they let me stay at their house and then took me to the church and then picked me up, which when my family moved, I didn't really think about how when I was taking trips that I was going to then have to leave my car at the church where batteries have been stolen from cars before. So I don't really like doing that. All this other stuff. I was going to have to, leave my car and then find somebody to pick me up, call one of y'all to come get me probably, but
Which I would have gladly done.
yeah, but they've offered to let me stay anytime I want it. So
Such
very,
a-
very, very thankful for them. I love them so much. I just can't thank them enough,
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking at the confidence monitors. I just noticed this. It's like so fun on your side,
Yeah, I know.
and then nothing.
I thought for a second I was gonna put these boxes over there, and then I was like, no.
Nah.
But yeah, it's not gonna be like this for long because like these boxes are gonna be
Eventually,
here.
the Caleb AM
Yeah.
set will be the best one ever because it will be Caleb's side and Caleb's side.
Yeah. These boxes are not gonna be here. This is where my mini fridge is gonna go. So this wall's not gonna look like this, and we're gonna get shelves. You'll have 3. I'll have 3. We're gonna get some artwork. That corner thing's gonna go down. Gonna get some artwork again up here. Maybe we'll do 1 row of boxes on your side and 1 row of boxes on my side. I don't know.
And it's gonna be epic.
And I won't have my clothes and towels in these. Hopefully, I'll get some
And then when
storage.
people come into your room, when they visit, they're like, "That is so cool."
That's the set of Caleb AM. And I thought about
We'll do room tours for our fans.
We'll do a next time
No.
like house video.
As of right now, no.
Once I get my loft bed, if I ever get it, because we don't know where the bolts are, but I want to put a couch under, or like a love seat under it with some lights and stuff, so we have another place to shoot videos. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do that, so I might just need the storage space. Cause I like having the open floor.
That's fair.
But I don't know.
What was I saying?
Clartys.
Oh.
Sorry.
I was staying with them, and the day after New York, there was like a church youth trip where they were taking like all the upcoming 6th graders and the graduated seniors. It was like the last thing, and they were going to Fayette, and they apparently needed some. Oh God. They apparently needed some chaperones or something, but like I didn't have a swimsuit, and I also didn't really want to go really badly because it's Fayette. It's not the most fun
Yeah.
place ever.
Everyone likes Fayette.
And I'm not in the youth anymore.
Yeah.
But Connor and Hunter were going to be there, and that's all.
Enough for me.
That's all it takes. But like Jim and David were going, and Aunt Heather and Michaela were going, and et cetera, et cetera. And I was like, I'll just wear a swim, or no, I'll just wear my shorts if I do go. But I was like, I'll probably find something to do instead. I'll stay here and like take a nap. I'm really tired. But while I was out, I was doing something, and then Aunt Heather texted me, and she was like, "Hey, just so you know, I told David that, or I asked David if he needed chaperones, and he said, yeah, we need some chaperones." And I told him that you were going, and I was like, "Well, I guess I'm going now."
Looks like I'm going.
Thanks,
Aunt Heather.
So I borrowed Mr. Chris's swimsuit. So I, because he graciously let me borrow it. And I normally wear underwear under my swimsuit, but which is like I like loose underwear, but I have some Game Theory tight underwear.
Sure.
That I wear when I swim.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't have any of that with me because I didn't plan on swimming in New York, so I didn't bring any with me.
Right.
So, which I really should have, because there was a water day where we went to a river or a waterfall and where we sprayed each other with water and did a water slide. So I should have brought a swimsuit. I just forgot it. But so we went down all the slides. It was fun. The slides aren't boring. They're just not super good.
It's like Fayette.
I really liked screaming on the slides as if I was scared. That was fun. The thing that sucked, and the only reason what I'm about to say actually happened, was the lazy river was down. Somebody pooped in it, and then they over chlorinated it, and so it was like dangerous to swim in.
That's so funny.
Bull
that someone
crap.
pooped in it.
Yeah. So I was so sad. I wanted to get in the
Imagine
lazy
pooping
river.
in the
Yeah,
lazy river.
but
They have like 3 bathrooms.
yeah. So we didn't get the lazy river. It's all good though. But so after I did all the slides, I went, and everybody was like kind of in that, the one section, the corner where it's like the deepest,
Right.
besides the diving board section. Everybody was over there just talking, and then some people were like doing tricks off the diving board, and like everybody's like cheering them on and all this. So I got up there, I do a front flip, which the funniest part about tricks off a diving board is everybody cheers, but for what reason? The person's underwater. They can't hear you. So, wow, that was incredible! And then they resurface, and it's just like... But, so I can only assume people cheered for me, because they cheered for everybody else, and they couldn't hear them.
It'd be so funny if they did.
That would be so funny. It's just completely like... But so after a couple of tricks, I was like, we were sitting there talking, and the lifeguard was listening and like talking with us. And I mentioned the preacher's seat, which is where you fall and land on your butt on the diving board and then bounce in the water. And I used to be really good at that trick, so I was like, you know what, I'll do it.
Probably comes from your father. He is a preacher.
He's a preacher. But now he's moved. So this is why I'm not good at it anymore. If I was in Madison, I could do the trick right. But
That's
so,
what caused the problem.
I think so. But I get up there on the diving board. I say preacher seat, and the lifeguard was like, "Oh, do it, man, do it." And
He
it was like,
hyped you up.
he's like, "Do you know what it is?" He was like, "Yeah, it's when you fall and then you hit your butt on the diving board." I was like, "All right, I'll do it." And I get up there, and the worst part about it was I fake slipped. Typically, you just fall, but I fake slipped. I was like, "Oh!" And then I narrowly almost missed the diving board, but I hit the diving board and scraped my butt and my back. Ooh, it hurt so bad. And I was like, "Oh!" the whole time going. I was like, "Oh, this is not good." I'm trying to see my wound. Y'all are gonna see my back.
Oh gosh.
There it is. That's it's been like, a long time now, so it's like cleaned up
bad.
a lot. It was pretty bad, but that was like one part of it. The other part, not safe for work to show on. Cause
Yeah. Unfortunately, I have seen it.
my left booty cheek, about a third of it was missing skin.
God.
And
that's
I
so
didn't
gross.
notice that. Like, I could tell. I knew that there was something wrong on my tailbone. I knew there was something wrong on my tailbone,
area because like it hurt really bad and like sitting down sucked. But like I was like, ooh, it's definitely like probably bleeding down there. But it was also funny. My pants ripped, and I didn't know that. And it was funny because I got out there, and then some of the youth were standing there, and I was like, guys, does my back look bad? And I'm like showing them my back, and then like Connor's girlfriend, started like screaming, and then she ran up. She's like, Caleb, your pants ripped! And I was like, oh my gosh, I just showed my butt to these children and the youth. I'm done for. But the pants did have netting in them, so I wasn't full cheeking or anything.
That's such a funny story.
But yeah, I've never had like a pants rip.
You think one of the youth kids would have said, "Hey, Caleb, your pants."
Neither of them. Like, what the heck, guys? But like, my adrenaline was kind of rushing. Like, it really hurt when it happened. So I was like, oh man. But I was like, oh. And then she went and doctored me up because like the only thing that people could see was this.
Yeah.
Because my butt wasn't out. And so I the way they were talking about it, they were, ooh, it looks pretty bad. I thought like the diving board had just scathed half my back, and like half my back was gone. And that's what it felt like, because there were like some cuts on either side of the injury, but it was really the one main part, which is funny because that's like, you know, the part of my back that's the most inward, so like it doesn't make sense for that to be the part that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure.
I guess I was doing this probably when I fell. I don't know. But they showed me a picture. Like, oh, that doesn't look bad at all. And Aunt Heather was like, when we get back to the house, I'll put like whatever on it, and then like put a Band-Aid on it and all this. And so I set out the rest of the time. Obviously, my butt was out. So I sat down, and then eventually I went and changed. And just talked to some of the adults that were there, had a good time. And then on the way back, it was funny because like there were a few speed bumps leaving Fayette, and whenever like she would go so slow over the speed bump, and then I would just scream whenever we hit it. Which admittedly my butt did hurt, but it wasn't like obviously it wasn't to the extent that I was doing it, but it was pretty funny. And we had a great trip up there and back. I had a good time. I mean, I'm really glad I went. But when we got back to the Clardy's house, I was like, should I go take a shower and like, so the Band-Aid doesn't fall right off whenever, you know, we clean it? And she's like, yeah, probably. So I go take a shower, and I hadn't really got to look at it, so I was looking in the mirror, and then I was like, I wonder if it goes down any farther, because my butt really hurt. And I'm like, I start pulling down, and then there's just this massive red spot. I was like, oh, that's not good. And I go down a little bit more, and it keeps going down. And I was like, oh my gosh. I'd say about a third of my butt cheek was missing skin. Like, it was pretty bad.
That's epic.
And I was like, I can't show this to anybody. Like, that's not good.
He showed it to me.
I mean, I can't show it to anybody at the house right now, at the Chloe's house. Because, like, I was like, I'm not even going to tell them. And I'll just suck it up. But I was like, golly. And it started, over the next couple of days, it started bruising on the top of my butt. And so my butt was purple and red. It was kind of funny. But I showed Connor, I was like, dude, it was worse than we thought. And he thought it was funny.
It's funny. This is the most we've ever talked about a butt. Oh, Caleb damn.
Yeah, that's true. We don't talk about butts typically.
Yeah, but that's not a normal topic of conversation.
But yeah, it really was hilarious.
Next question of the week. Would you rather hurt your butt or not hurt your butt?
I'd really get butt hurt, bro, for real. But yeah, it really was funny. But I was nervous I wouldn't get to go whitewater rafting because, like, genuinely, my tailbone, like, it standing up and sitting down was bad. And, like, you know, whitewater rafting, there's a bunch of, like, the get down stuff where you have to move fast, and it hurt really bad when I did that. But not, like, so severe that it was like, oh! It was just, like that, like, wincing pain. So, and every once in a while, Connor would knee me in my wound, and I was like, dude, move your knee!
Connor, stop! Stop it!
But yeah. So,
yeah.
That was that. And then there was the college fun trip. I already talked about Topgolf.
We talked about rafting a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Rafting was fun.
me and Connor double rode the bull, which is when you get on the front, and then so that was pretty funny. And then Colton, Hunter, and Ella got the triple ride the bull when we went through the biggest rapid, which was really funny. And our leader was really cool. His name was Holden. At one point in the part of the river where like you can like get out and just swim, we all got out, everybody except Hunter, and we all just we laid in the river and held hands while we floated down, and like our instructor came with us, and he was just like holding our hands flowing down the river, and it was really funny. And yeah, it was funny.
Was it funny?
Yeah, it was funny.
Sounded like it was funny.
And then after we whitewater rafted, we came back, got new clothes on, and then went out to eat. And then went to this terrible Mexican restaurant. One of the worst I've ever been to. They use like straight up pizza sauce.
Cole's calling. I'm assuming that means we got to end soon. Tell him to call on your phone.
Why would he call us? It's like, why would he call you? Obviously call me.
I hope that doesn't pause the stream because of my camera. So far it hasn't, but we're definitely not caught up right here. If he's here, that means we have to end the show, I guess.
Why would you call Caleb, bro? We're on Caleb 8M. We use his phone.
He forgot. It's okay.
For killing it. That's the greatest shit on the planet.
What's up? Yeah, it's been a long.
It took us a while to get going. The
Yeah.
first like 20 minutes of the show was pretty boring.
Are you here yet? Okay. Well. Okay.
We
Well,
probably need to take apart the bunk bed first.
Make
before you
sure
unload.
y'all bring us breakfast. I'm just kidding.
Did you tell him we probably need to take the bunk bed apart first? I don't know if he heard.
You tell her to bring donuts. She's not my mom. I'm just kidding. No. We were worried it did, but it did not. It's still going right now. I'm just on the phone. So I'm going to hang up now so we can get back to Caleb. We'll end in time for you to get here, though. Alright. Bye! That was to Colton, not to the stream.
Yeah, we're still streaming. It's still AM.
I don't
We
know
haven't
what I
done
was
this in
saying.
3 weeks.
What was I saying? Oh, we went like they use like straight up pizza sauce for whatever was on. Like, dude, like if you smell it, you would assume it was marinara. Like it was nasty. It was on
That's interesting.
Connor's food, and it like grossed him out, and he lost his appetite, so he didn't eat. Charlie got a steak burrito, and the only thing in his burrito was cheese. It was just a glob of melted cheese in this burrito.
That was a cheese roll, basically.
Literally, it was. They burned the crap out of my chicken on my chicken cheesy rice. They're also one of those Mexican restaurants that just has to put 3 different vegetables in the rice. Can't stand that. And then Landon Kiner got he also got chicken cheesy rice, and they just gave him the completely wrong order. So that was funny. And then something happened to Colton's food too that was messed up. So like everybody at our table had something wrong with their food. A roach crawled across the table at one point. I found a hair in my cheese dip.
Must be JJ.
That's
No, still no. Oh, yep, audio. Thanks, Colton.
Colton. So everything I just said went to waste. Colton called, and the audio has not. Been...
Call Colton and tell him it's his fault.
Well, he's watching now, so he'll know.
Is he actually? Is he still on? Colton, this is your fault.
I'm gonna go back and make sure there was audio. Okay, there was audio.
There was audio because I remember seeing the bar earlier.
And then
It's just I'm assuming it's when he called us is when the audio went bad.
yeah, it's just us sitting here talking with no audio.
That's great.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Colton.
Thanks, Colton.
It's all your fault.
All
your fault.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember. Oh, I was talking about the Mexican restaurant. The Mexican restaurant sucked. They messed up everybody's food. The funniest one was Charlie got a steak burrito, and there was no steak in his burrito, and it was just melted cheese. So we got a cheese steak, pretty much.
Oh, so here comes JJ. Hey, JJ.
Hey, JJ.
Hi.
So,
I'm gonna help with his mattress while you talk about everything you just talked about.
Okay, so we went to a pizza restaurant for dinner after we played card games, and I wasn't super hungry, and the pizzas were expensive, so I just ended up not getting anything. But Hunter felt bad for me, I think, so she offered me a couple of slices of her pizza that she didn't want. It was like semi-Hawaiian pizza because there was pineapple on it, but she picked all the pineapples off for me, so it was fine. And that pizza at that restaurant was good. Like, it was really good. I kind of regret not getting my own pizza, but I probably would have wasted my money because I wouldn't have ate it all anyway, so it's fine. So that was
It's okay.
that restaurant, and then we came back to the
I'm gonna
place
clean all this stuff up and then you can move it wherever you want.
and played Mafia. Mafia was
Or
fun.
if you want, I'm not gonna be here for a while. Sleep there if you like. Whatever.
Yeah. Mafia was really fun. Welcome, JJ.
Hi.
Oh, I think. Yeah, Kayla bumped the. You bumped the camera, but it honestly looks kind of good now.
It honestly
'Cause
looks kind of pog.
It's like not showing the wall anymore, and it's just all of your collectibles. So we're not centered.
I'm trying not to get my clothes in it, but it's okay. I don't care if you see my clothes.
It's barely noticeable, but it's only one square, and it's only like half of that square. But your Power Rangers helmet is in frame now.
That's good.
Oh, Colton's bringing Shipley's. Yay!
I'm gonna put this mattress.
I was joking about food, Colton.
I'm gonna put this mattress in the kitchen.
Okay.
I actually think we still have donuts.
We actually do. Yeah, we have some Shipley's left over. You're good. Now, if you want to get a chocolate donut for me, I'm not joking, because they're regular glazed. I don't know. They don't hit anymore. They're not good. They're like my least favorite donuts. They're not bad. I shouldn't have said they're not good. They're just like, there's something weird about them, and I don't know. They don't hit the same. But they're like glazed, or not, they're glazed. They're glazed. It's like their chocolate, like icing, is like really good. Like they're non-normal donuts, which that's besides the point. Yeah. Then we went to this burger place that I talked about earlier that was good the next day. And then we went to the Atlanta Braves game. And the Atlanta Braves game was a baseball game. So the game itself was pretty boring and I didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
But it rained some. That's not cap, JJ, because I literally didn't pay attention. And it was a baseball game.
But it wasn't boring.
It objectively was boring.
Judge, man, where you want your TV?
Just throw it over there.
They did hit a couple home runs that came close to our section, which would have been cool to catch a ball. Oh, I should talk about this. Oh my goodness, it made me so mad.
You want to sit back?
I'm gonna finish cleaning up in here.
So at one point, every time the outfielder, or like they changed sides, the dude at center field would like throw a ball in one of the 3 sections that he was by. And one time he threw it to our section. It was about 2 rows in front of where we were sitting. And the family that was there like they tried to catch it. It bounced off their hands, and then it landed in this seat by this like little, probably like 8-year-old kid. And he went to reach for the ball. And oh man, it makes me so mad thinking about it. He went to reach for the ball, and then this like 50-ish like year old drunk guy like reaches forward and like snatches the ball out of this little kid's hand and then picks it up and is like, "Let's go!" And then he shows it to the dudes he was with, or the guy he was with, and he was like, "Okay, now give it to the kid." And he was like, "No, I caught this ball." And I'm like, "Ugh! You didn't catch it. You stole it from a child. You're just a bad person."
Do we need this wood for anything?
No.
So I can chunk it.
Yeah. So that it made me so mad. I was like, you gotta have.
So, can you hand me a pair of Crocs underneath? They're underneath the table. Yeah, we all got it. Sorry.
Yeah, walking around on this floor makes you feel.
This is gonna go outside.
It's not so much the floor anymore. We've swept it enough.
Oh, yeah.
It's Andy's room, my room, the beast. So yeah, they. Oh, he made me so mad. And now I have a prejudice against baseball fans because I saw I've seen a lot of videos,
I'm literally sitting right here.
and I'm sure you do the same thing.
No.
I've seen a lot of videos of people catching balls and then giving it to the youngest fan around them.
I was about to say, most of the time
I've seen many videos.
That is the normal thing to do. Like that is the.
But that's what I'm getting at. I've seen so many videos, but the one time I'm there in person, that's what happens. It leads me to believe that those videos are just videos. They're there because they know they're on screen. It's like, oh, I can get some attention. But when you're not on screen, and it's the one time I see it in person, and he freaking steals a ball from a little kid and then shoves it in his face and is like, oh, it's my ball. Oh my goodness.
I've never seen that in person, but I have. I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
I hope
'cause
it's
know
not
it does.
normal, but it disgusted me. It made me angry. I was like, you gotta have.
in there. Whose TV is that? Just left here.
Yeah.
All right. Doesn't want it all.
I actually don't think it works.
Well then we'll chunk it.
I'm not sure though. I guess we should try it before we chunk it, but.
Yeah, I'll try it. I don't need a TV in my room, but I don't have one, so I have that couch that's gonna be looking at a wall of nothing if there's not a TV there.
You take that one in the living room.
I don't want that one.
I think that one works better than that one.
Probably.
That's clean enough.
So, is there anything you want to say to the viewers before we leave?
I love Jesus.
Heck yeah.
Woo!
This is a Jesus-loving city. That was terrible. High fives all around.
It's a Jesus loving in my city. Sorry.
So yeah, then got back from the fun trip. That's what I wanted to talk about. The last time the fun trip, when we stayed in the hotel, the one night that we had comfortable beds, me, Colton, and Landon decided to stay up all night. I had a lot of fun. It was the most fun I had on the fun trip, actually. I had so much fun getting to talk to the dudes. And we just talked about a bunch of different stuff. And then we ended up swimming when the pool opened at 5 in the morning. That was really fun. So, yeah, I had a lot of fun staying up all night. But then on the way back, I was like, I'll just sleep the whole time. I only slept for about an hour and a half-ish. And then I didn't fall back asleep. And then I was like, oh, man, this isn't going to be good. I'm going to butcher my sleep schedule. And so when I got back, I was like, I'm going to try, if I'm going to take a nap, to take a short nap and then go play disc golf. Which I forgot my disc golf stuff, so I wasn't going to be able to play anyways. But,
I gotta get my disc golf stuff here next time I come.
oh, you do? We're so close to Lakeside now.
I know.
So I was like,
I love Lakeside. It's my favorite course. Anyways.
I don't know. Lakeside and Lakeland are tied for me. In the winter, it's my favorite course when the grass is dead and the bugs aren't there.
It's just, I'm a flicker, so.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah. So I ended up falling asleep
without setting an alarm. So I slept from 2 to 8:30, and I woke up like twice, and like texted people back that had texted me, and I'm surprised that anything I said was coherent because I was out of it. And then at 8:30, I was like, oh, it's dark outside. So I like shot up. I was like, if I go back to sleep now, I will have slept from 2 in the afternoon to like 8 in the morning, and that's probably not the best. So I got up and I was like, I need to get dinner and take a shower anyway. So Aunt Heather and Chris made me 2 turkey pepperoni sandwiches with cheese, and they were so good. I want another one. They were so good. And then I ended up talking to Michaela and Aunt Heather for a couple hours, and that was fun. And then I went and took a shower and went back to sleep. So I slept 1.5 hours on the bus, 6.5 hours for a nap, so 8 hours, and then I slept from like 11:30 to 7:30, so another 8 hours. So I slept like 16 hours after the fun trip.
Sounds like it was a good fun trip.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I had a fun time. If I had one word to describe it, it would be fun.
Nice.
And then I came back here, started like cleaning my room and setting stuff up a little bit more. I got a desk. That was before the fun trip, but I got a desk. I built it, so that's fun.
Looks nice. I like your desk.
I like my desk too. Started cleaning my room a little bit more. It was absolutely disgusting, filthy.
Still is, but that's because Icarus is still there.
Yeah, once Icarus is gone, I'll finally be happy.
Saturday's the day. He's either making a family happy or going to the
We're going to the Humane Society.
One of the two.
So yeah, he sheds so much, and he's so loud and
Big. He's
big and smells bad, and I despise him. I hope Andy doesn't see this. I don't like your dog. I think he knows.
I hope he
that.
does see this. I don't like your dog. I mean, I'm a dog person. Icarus is the one dog I've met that there's 2. Okay, I'll take that back. I've met 2 dogs I don't like. But
Oh,
I don't.
there's 6 people watching now. I bet Andy was the
But
one that
Andy-
just joined.
But yeah,
We haven't been slandering your dog the whole time.
I've been
Andy, I
slandering your dog.
promise.
There's 2 dogs on this earth I don't like, but there's only one of them that makes me fear for my life, and that's Icarus.
Icarus is like the baseball dude I just talk about with dogs. Like,
You're,
he's really the one outlier, but he makes me not like him.
I
I don't like dogs.
I thought of something
Have you
fun.
fed it because it won't shut up?
I fed it. He's locked outside because I don't trust him. too.
That's fair.
I thought of something fun I did over break. Colton can talk about this with me, but we started a new series on Next Topic Media called Ramen Cousins because we wanted to talk about Mission Impossible, but we didn't want to do the Peach Crisp without Peach or Crisp. And so we were like, why don't we just, do our own show and we can talk about whatever. And we were like, you know what? It's a great idea. So we decided we'd eat ramen whilst talking, and it was a lot of fun. And I enjoyed it because we just talk about whatever we want to talk about. And I think the next thing we're going to try to do is Adam Sandler movies and talk about Adam Sandler. I have a picture of Adam Sandler in my room currently at my house, so
That's good.
probably going to bring that over here and hang it up on the wall because I love Adam Sandler. But that's something fun I did, was video with Colton.
That is fun.
We-
I didn't make any videos, and I miss it. I like making videos.
It was fun. They were fun to edit too. I AI'd some artwork for it. It turned out good. So
I was wondering how you got that because it looked cool.
it was AI. Now, to be fair, I probably spent like an hour and a half, no joke, on that AI site just refreshing to get something that looked good until I got that. And then when I got that, I took it and I was like, no, I'm not trying again because everything looked horrible before that. And I was like,
That makes sense.
this one looks good. I'll use it. And then the other ones I designed myself, but like the pictures of the ramen bowls and stuff. But so that was fun working on that and waiting for Colton to comment on. I guess he's gone now, someone left. But I was waiting for him to comment on the Ramen Cousins. I guess he didn't like the Ramen Cousins, but
I think he did because he was talking about how he wanted to do it once a week.
I want to do it once a week, but because I need food.
Yeah. And I'm not your cousin, so I can't join over.
That's not true. You're my cousin in Christ.
I'm your brother. That might be the most, that's such a Christian insult.
You're my cousin in Christ. I don't love you enough to be your brother.
Yeah, I'm just messing. You're my brother.
I'm gonna have to use that one day.
You're my cousin in Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't want to stop.
I don't want to stop either. Might as well go till Colton gets here.
Might as well.
Um,
We'll let the show end by him coming in and being like, I have.
Get off!
I actually locked the door, so we're gonna have to listen for a.
You did block it?
Yeah,
Oh.
I locked it back.
I last night after prayer burn, when we got back here, I just like felt like cleaning, and I cleaned for like hour 45, 2 hours, and it felt really good to clean, but it was just like all I could think about the whole time was just like, how did they live in this?
Dude, that's
and
what
I
I'm
hate
wondering.
Icarus. Like,
No, like I don't like. I know we were not neat at all at the apartment. Like it was messy for the most part, but this is ridiculous. Like this is absurd.
it is
I
so
don't
nasty. If the hangout
understand.
was here, they would have a fit. Everybody would be getting fined trillions of dollars for
Dude,
this crap.
it's absurd. I don't get it. Like, I've never been a neat guy or like a really like clean guy, but like my room is just never trashed, and if it gets to that point, I always straighten it up. And it's humid in the house. It's not anymore, but like when we used to come here, it used to be humid in the house.
I just like
A house should never be humid.
feel dirty, and I don't want to feel dirty in my house.
like that's.
But like, yeah, I cleaned a bunch of the windows and the doors and swept a lot. And JJ helped me. I cleaned the refrigerator. I cleaned the stove. I'm gonna clean the countertops today, and the microwave is horrible. I'm gonna maybe clean that today. But I hope I didn't completely waste my time. But I cleaned the inside or the outside of the door that leads to my room and the outside door, and I'm really hoping that wasn't a waste of time, and like Icarus doesn't, just slobber it up again. But like, they look so nice now compared. Like the doors were brown, and
Yeah.
like, they're white now, which is cool.
That's nice.
Yeah,
I gotta get a magic eraser and clean off some of the scuffs my desk left on the
the
door.
walls.
Yeah, and the walls.
I'll
do that when I
Yeah, we
get
need to
back.
get a magic eraser and then clean all the baseboards in the house too.
Yeah. Dude, magic, I don't know what that technology is because there's nothing on it.
It's
just
magic.
It's literally magic. Like Mr. Clean,
It cleans.
he's a crazy man. Like,
You're a crazy man, they would say. You know, Mr. Clean? You're a crazy
man.
dude.
Dude, I love
The shirt story?
yeah, and Mr. Clean.
Yeah.
Not the song, the products.
No, definitely not the song.
I know that's Colton's favorite song of all time, but I actually don't know that. But
It's
I know
from
he
his favorite artist.
I know he loves that song a lot. Yeah, I'm excited to get this place cleaned up, and then I've been looking forward to decorating this room for so long because I love decorating.
Yeah, I do too.
I should have been.
I'm excited to just make this place our own.
Yeah.
Like when you walk in right now, it doesn't feel like we live here.
No, like,
And I'm excited.
it's
for
not
it.
us, but it will.
And because they left so much stuff.
they left so
and-
much stuff, dude.
We just talked about how disgusting this house is.
It's cluttered.
If
dude.
Andy's roommates watch this, or if Andy watches this,
Whoever watches, Jacob probably is watching.
he might one day watch this.
Jacob didn't
Just-
leave a whole lot though.
Just
Or
know, the clutter and like the stuff that y'all left, it's okay. Over time, we'll get rid of it. Try to sell it or find y'all, give it back.
Or just chunk it.
The messiness, it's not y'all's fault. It's the dog's fault.
I think
We're
it's-
blaming
I
Icarus.
think it's partially their fault.
It's partially their fault for not cleaning.
Yeah,
But I wouldn't want to clean either if I lived with that
but
disgusting monster. I'm really putting some Icarus slander on the internet today, and I'm so sorry, Andy. I'm mad at him right now. I just oh my goodness.
we're about to find out if Andy's a true watcher of this show.
I
I
cannot.
can't wait for your phone to start blowing up. Like,
What the heck, man? I thought you loved him.
What's
No.
what's
I
going
just-
on with my dog? I'm trying to get rid of him, and you're telling the families out there that he's not good.
I hope they don't watch this.
We can't.
I
tell
actually
that-
thought about that last night. I was like, maybe I shouldn't talk bad about Icarus, but I just can't help it. He makes me so many things, and none of them are positive. Like,
That's like what you say to a girl when you want to break up with her. You make me so many things, but all of them are bad. It's over.
like
it's not me. It's you.
when I look at him, I become sad, and
when I leave the house, I get anxiety and I'm scared for like what he's gonna do, and like I like smelling nice air. And if you walk into my room,
It smells bad.
the stench that Icarus leaves is disgusting.
If you want, you and JJ can share this room.
Like,
About that,
dude.
'cause
Oh man, goodness. And like yeah, I'm just in a constant fear of him destroying everything I love in my
dude,
room.
before classes start, though, this place is gonna look better, and Icarus is gonna be gone. Hopefully, well, he will be because if it doesn't go well with the families, he'll be at the Humane Society. But
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna, unless they don't take him because he's too big or something. I don't know. Okay.
They'll take him.
But yeah, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be good. We're gonna have fun. And yeah, y'all are my best friends. So
I'm so excited to live with y'all
yeah.
again. I'm just with how much work there is to do. It's not fun to think about it, but like thinking about how one day it's just gonna be so much nicer, and
Dude.
just how like you're gonna walk in and it's just gonna be like, oh my gosh,
This is the best.
Caleb Griffin lives here,
Exactly.
and it's gonna be so.
Wait.
cool.
Next topic, media.
They're gonna walk in.
What?
And it's like, is this the Next Topic house? And then they're gonna get to sign their name on the Next Topic guest.
That's awesome. I'm so excited, dude. But literally, when November and December and January is here,
We're gonna get a Christmas tree.
I'm so excited, dude. I love winter. The house is gonna be filled. It's still.
And we're gonna do.
It's gonna be clean.
We're gonna do Dirty Santa again,
It's-
except Good Santa.
Yeah. I thought it was Secret Santa.
Secret Santa.
Dirty
I
Santa's
think- yeah,
bad.
Dirty Santa's bad. That's why I
Yeah.
said except it's Good Santa.
Secret Santa again, and I'm not even like focused on like the Christmas aspect of it. I'm just ready for it to be cold outside, so the grass doesn't
Dude,
grow.
throw back to the good old
And-
days where remember that one Caleb AM where we were freaking out about how cold it was.
It was
and how
30
excited
degrees,
We were
and we got to walk to class.
Dude, those were the good old days.
I love winter
Now we
so
live with
much,
Icarus.
dude. People always say like they like winter until January. I freaking love January.
That's when it's at its peak.
I love January.
Because
that-
January is the coldest month.
February is when I start to get like
February is really cold sometimes.
it is, but like I don't like February as a month.
It's
But
the shortest month. Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
It's just to make me feel alone.
But dude, January is like my third favorite month of the year. It's December, September. No, sorry, it's my fourth favorite month. December, September, November, January. Those are my favorite months. Honestly though, if Christmas wasn't Jesus' birthday, it would be my second favorite holiday because I love Thanksgiving so much. But Thanksgiving's like one of my favorite days of the year.
I do
this-
enjoy Thanksgiving, but I like
So-
Christmas more. We usually
like
eat
Christmas more, too.
Thanksgiving food on Christmas,
Yeah.
so
I do like Christmas more. It's my favorite holiday, but Thanksgiving, it's just I do the same thing every single year. I wake up, I watch the parade, I eat food, and then I watch the Egg Bowl, and it's.
I remember that one
so
time we
great.
were talking about how we wanted to do ranking the months on Caleb PM,
Yeah.
and we like pretty much fully agreed on the best and the worst.
Yeah.
What'd you say was the worst? You got to make sure you remember.
July or August.
It was August.
It was
bro.
August,
Oh,
yeah.
August is the worst. I
I
know.
don't know because like August, at least school starts back, and now that I like school, I'm okay with August.
I guess that's fair.
But
July and August
I
are definitely the two
I
worst.
hate July. And it's probably just because this July was so bad that I'm saying that. I hate July now. I hate July. I'm so glad it's over, and I'm ready for the first half of August to be over because I'm just ready to go to class. Dude, just
I
need
can fully understand
consistency, dude.
July, but July and August are bottom two.
Yeah, I agree.
Crappy.
I just need. I'm ready to get on campus again.
So
I'm ready to
am I.
walk. I'm ready to.
But
I'm not gonna meet people. I always say I'm ready to meet people. I'm not going to. I know that.
I'm excited. We're gonna meet.
But I'm
people.
excited for the prospects of that possibly happening.
I can't wait for the last week of my senior year. I finally make a friend.
I'm excited to have a
It's
class
good
with
we've made
you.
friends.
I'm excited to.
For it to be a good professor, we heard.
Yeah, I'm excited to take a class with Jonathan Black and Peter Weber, and I don't know who my other professor is.
Everybody unliked the video, bro.
Seriously?
No, just kidding.
About to say it had like 6. What the crap? I liked it.
It's messing up or something. I don't know.
I liked it. What the frick?
I think YouTube is acting up. Ever since the audio thing happened,
They were like, "This isn't worth the 6 likes."
remove likes for audio.
Man. Like, I'm excited.
It says one on here.
It's messing up or something.
What the heck, YouTube?
YouTube! I'm just kidding. I love YouTube. YouTube's like my entertainment.
Let's see if you still have it liked on here.
I do. I should. Yeah.
You do? Yeah.
So that's at least 3 that's not counting.
Well, these are the same accounts.
Oh, never mind. That's at least 2. That one that's
It's at
not
least
counting.
one more than what it says.
I'm assuming Colton liked it, even though he stopped watching, which means he's probably here. But
I haven't seen him pull in yet. I was checking for that.
he'll call. He better call you.
He
this
better
week.
call me. If he calls you, we'll just wave goodbye.
Yeah.
Um,
I miss this, dude. I'm just ready. Like, I can tell you how my week's gonna go. Monday.
It's gonna be awesome.
Well, I guess it technically starts on Wednesday. Actually, you know, August 14th, I'm starting. 6:30. I'm gonna wake up. Quiet time.
August 14th?
Yeah, that's the Monday before classes start.
Oh.
I'm gonna wake up. Quiet time. I'm gonna take the bus to campus. I'm gonna go to the library and edit some videos. I'm gonna take the bus back. I'm gonna hang out in my room. I'm gonna make sure it's decorated. Same thing Tuesday. Wednesday, Caleb AM, library quiet time, classes, home. No, work, home. Dude, I'm ready.
I'm so ready for that
I am
consistent
ready.
schedule.
Yes.
I am hyped.
Yes.
Crap. 6th to 16th. It's not the 14th. I keep thinking it's the 14th. 14 days. 14. And I am excited.
I'm gonna start the waking up at 6:30 for quiet times next Monday. Because I'm going to Madison, so
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna try to sleep in while I'm there.
That's fair.
Get some rest. I've
Yeah.
been so busy. I'm
You've
tired.
earned your rest.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
I don't know. I don't think I have to be back here this week. I don't know what my work thing looks like, but
So Colton's gonna be here by himself.
yeah. Unless I do have to work, then I'll come back. But
Somebody has to be here to feed Icarus on Friday.
Yeah.
So
Make Andy drive back down.
should make him drive up early.
Yeah.
Or spend the night on Thursday or something. He has a wife. I'm not gonna do that to him. That's funny. I have a life and he's making me keep his dog. Sorry. I'm just upset about it. But I love Andy, so
I love Andy too.
I've told him and my dad, I was like, hey, he's getting on my nerves. I'll watch him as long as I have to, but just know it's getting worse every day.
Did you tell your dad about the Saturday plan?
I did.
Okay.
But I mean, I told him, I was like, I'll keep him as long as I have to. It's just, I told him, I was like, I'm up
That
to my,
limit is Saturday.
I'm at my limit here.
Yeah, Saturday's the day.
Yeah. So.
Unless, of course, if it goes well with the families and they just
Yeah, if it goes well with the families, I'm not
Keep
gonna
them
say, all right,
another-
well, 3 days. he's
yeah,
gonna
keep
be
them
in
another however
the
long
Humane
until the family's
Society.
there. But yeah,
Yeah.
If both families are like no, then
Absolutely not.
Humane Society. There you go, boy.
You're out.
You'll eat the other dogs and have.
He's
a
got-
good time.
He's got his 3 strikes. He's used all of them several times.
He
And
gets.
he's got 2 strikes left.
He's
It's
get-
with these 2 families. If it doesn't go well,
You're out.
You're out.
I like that analogy. That baseball.
Top 10 worst baseball
That baseball
analogy.
game must have changed you.
yeah, I've been thinking about baseball ever since.
I
Played a
love
baseball video.
I know you hate baseball, but I love baseball. So
I think cool.
I think he's here too.
Yeah, they're here.
Alright, well that means we have to end the stream at this point. Thank you guys so much for watching. Caleb AM is back in session. Get ready for Season 2, August 16th.
Hey, Colton.
Hey Colton.
Oh, wait,
We
are we
just
not
ended
going to
the
have
stream.
Caleb AM next week?
Are we? I thought we were.
Oh, well, you said
Well,
August
Season 2,
16th.
well that's when Season 2 starts.
Oh, I didn't know that we were
We're still
doing
in Season 1.
seasons.
We're coming. We're wrapping up. Thanks Colton. Alright.
Golly, I hate that guy! Just kidding, I love you, Colton.
Thank you guys for watching. We gotta help our buddy move in. We'll see you guys.
So glad that we got to do this.
Yeah.
Bye.